Welcome to the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show, a broadcast service of globalbusinessnews.net.
Now, here's your host, Ed Cohen.
Hi, this is Ed Cohen, your broadcast host of Global TV Talk Show. This is a business service of our holding company, globalbusinessnews.net. Globalbusinessnews.net was set up in 2003 by a friend of mine who is a developer, a software developer at Intel in Silicon Valley. Since then, Google Analytics says we've had over 1.2 million reader page views from over 100 countries. More recently and more current, since this past January, Google Analytics has recorded over 75,000 reader page views on this site, and a lot of it has to do with people like you coming on the talk show and willing to share ideas and, of course, talk about their story, their company, their products. So today's program, with me based here in San Diego, California, is coming live from Italy. Love Italy. And we're going to ask our guests to introduce themselves briefly. Dino Acernia from A2Z Relocations in Napoli. Please take it from there and introduce yourself.
Thank you, Ed. Thanks for having us on your show. I'm Dino Acernia, CEO and founder of A2Z Relocations. We are stationed in the south of Italy. We're the relocation company in the south of Italy. We're happy to be the only one officially written in the books of the relocation industry. So proud of that. And we have the luck to be in a beautiful southern sunny Italy.
So in the Bay of Naples, there's of course the U.S. military is a large presence there, but you have a lot of industry. What kind of industry is there other than pizza makers?
It's funny you say that. I worked as a civil servant for the U.S. Navy in Naples, in the Bay of Naples for 20 years, so I know it quite well. There are many industries. There was obviously the steel factories. There are there's quite a big inspiration of plane companies, aerospace companies. So they are not big companies because obviously in the south of Italy, the way it's structured, we don't have big industries. There is a Fiat Chrysler automobile plant in Pomigliano. So there are a few industries in the south. It's growing.
Are you also involved in real estate?
Not directly, no. We use real estate agents, but we don't. In my case, we don't use real estate other than using with our customers and clients.
Okay, great. So I'd like to introduce Martina Petrozzini, who's the Vice President of AIR. Hello, Martina.
Hi, hello. Thanks again for having us here. And it's a pleasure to be able to show you some aspects of Italy and what we have set up during the COVID period, because from a difficult period, some good things can be done. I'm Martina Petrozzini. I'm the managing partner of MP Immigration. My background, I'm an immigration lawyer, and I supervise the global mobility at MP Immigration. And as said, Italy is, in most of the cases, very famous for food, the bella vita, and for bureaucracy also. So some good things and bad.
Yeah. And where are you located today?
I am physically located in Milan, so I'm in the north of Italy. Dino is more lucky than me, I would say, because he can get the best of it every day. Instead, I need to get a train, a plane, and go and see the south of Italy. But I am often there because, as Dino said, I would say that also the south of Italy has got, under a labor perspective, quite a high volume, because we've got a lot of factories. I would say that in the north of Italy, we have the headquarters of the company, but many factories are in the south of Italy. Therefore, you have a lot of assignees, workers that need to go and be relocated in the south of Italy.
Yes, okay. I've been in Milano several times. We have produced 3 conferences in that area, one in Venice, one in Roma, but not in Florence, which is probably a good idea. We should do that someday.
Florence is also a very cozy city, so definitely needs to be Florence, the next one.
Yeah, indeed. But Giovanni Papperini, Studio
Yes.
Papperini,
Exactly.
Buonasera, where are you located?
Buonasera. I am located in Rome. I worked for many years in sector of relocation. I started with immigration consultant for company and citizenship. And I worked in activity from immigration, relocation, citizenship, and consultant for foreign investment in Italy, for general consultant. And it's not only relocation. I consider relocation only one part of more complex question relating attraction of foreign investment in Italy. And the problem in this moment is not easy to attraction of investment for problem relating bureaucracy, and it's very bad bureaucracy in respect to other country. And there are many problems for contact, for travel, for infrastructure in Italy. Is a very big problem relating comparison with other countries in Europe.
Right, thank you very much. Let's circle back to you. Maddalena Michele, thank you very much for being involved. Where are you located?
I'm located in the Milan area, and I'm the managing director of Professional Relo. I started the business in 1994, so 26 years ago now, after an experience as an expat spouse myself, living in Germany and in France for a few years. So we are a destination and immigration service provider. We mainly work, or I would say exclusively work, for corporate clients. And although Central and Southern Italy are becoming more and more interesting from a global mobility point of view, Milan and Northern Italy, at least in our experience, still remains the main area where expats relocate. So we are mainly concentrated in the Lombardy region and, generally speaking, in the northern area of the country. Nevertheless, we cover all major cities throughout Italy.
So tell me about Verona. Joanne and I went to a concert there maybe 10 years ago.
To the arena.
In the arena at midnight. It was an opera, and it was about Aida. And it was like, it must have been 100 degrees at night. It was really hot. And the whole stadium filled up. It was fabulous energy, stars in the sky. I'll never forget this. And it was just so great to watch that and to be there in that atmosphere. What kind of industry, what kind of relocation activity typically, not today because of COVID, but typically happens in that part of Italy?
Well, for what Verona is concerned, for example, we worked there for a few German and Austrian companies, having there, because it's right after the Brennero tunnel, and so they get there and they have there that headquarters. In Verona, there is, I don't know, for example, Volkswagen Group, just to mention one, but many others also in the food industry, for example. And Verona is an interesting city because not many people know that it is the 4th city in Italy in terms of tourism. After Venice, Rome, and Florence, there is Verona. And that make it not an easy destination from especially a long-term housing point of view, because it's not big, it's not a large city as, for example, Rome or Milan. It's not a typically business destination. It's very rich in terms of short-term accommodations because of the tourist business. And as I said, when it goes to looking, for example, for home search on long term can be quite challenging, also because they have 2 football teams in these relatively small cities, and for a certain type of properties, high to top level quality properties, there are football soccers living there. So this is also another reason where, for example, we have found in the past the challenges to find high level properties over there. It's beautiful. It's a definitely very, very beautiful city, which is also attracting people. So yeah, that's in our experience, the situation there.
Yeah, thank you very much for all of that. Dino, let's go back to you and tell us about AIR. What was the drive, the reason to form this kind of a group when you've all been around in business a long time? Why did you need to form a group?
Well, this was very important for us. We've been talking about this for several years. We said that we had to fund an association that could help us to have people understand what we do. Because even if Italy, for who is in the business, so it's everybody knows what relocation, global mobility is, but on an average level of Italian people, most of the people don't know this area, this sector. So we always faced many problems in having people to understand and to, let's say, to give us a professional figure among the authorities, among the offices, and all the different offices with whom we work with, from the banks, from the insurance companies, and so on and so forth. So we thought that an association, and we strongly think that this will help us to have us to be recognized as a professional association. Just to give an idea, also when we needed to insure our company, also the insurance companies, they don't our classification isn't in a normal classification that they deal with. So it's always very uncertain and not very clear what needs to be insured and how it can be insured. And let's say these aspects that are very important for a company running a business. So this has been the reason why, also because we want people to know this profession, because it's a profession, and to give us who is certified, who is in the business from many years and exactly knows how the work needs to be rendered, to give a sort of certification, because nowadays we know that it's very easy to say that you do something, but at the end of the day, there's always a way of rendering services, so in a professional way and in a structured way, or let's say like let's try and extend our knowledge, like you were saying. Also, we have real estate agents that we are hearing that they are expanding their business in providing immigration assistance, in providing assistance with the utilities, with the enrollment in the national health system, registrations, creating a lot of problems. So putting down our professionalism among, let's say, the average of the Italian people.
I understand, and thank you very much for that deep dive. So a lot of the insurance idea is not only to get a group rate rather than an individual rate, but also the an umbrella safety protection, say about liability. Is that, you being an attorney, is that a major concern, liability?
Exactly. So we need to, let's say, in order to cover all our sectors, we need to take into consideration more than one insurance. So we need to create like a puzzle. So it's a matter of having them to understand what we do, where our liability starts, where it ends. And this having been said, luckily we never had major problems, none of us. But you are never too sure, and this is why it's also important. This is just, let's say, one of the aspects. But as said, also in order to give us strength in front of public authorities. So in order to have them to understand under the other side of the desk, what are the problems, what are the concerns, and what is not working under an operational point of view.
So who can join AIR?
Well, I would say everybody can join AIR. So we have different levels of association. And on the other side, we also have categories which cannot join our association. For example, real estate agents, because we may have some conflicts with this category, because as Dino said, we work very close to real estate agents, but we always keep our distance from them, because we cooperate as third parties. So the members, so everybody can join our association with these few exceptions, and under different, let's say, levels. So we can have a full member, a junior member, a supplier member, and let's say a honorary partner. Depending on the activity that who would like to join our association does, can join our association. We have some requirements, and I would say that a requirement that is common to each and every level of association is that the company, the firm, or the activity that would like to join the association must be an Italian company, because we are an Italian association. So you need to have a registration done among the Italian authorities, which can be any type of registration. You don't have to be a company. You can be also an individual, a natural person, but you have to be registered in Italy and be operative and having an operative site in Italy. Then you have to be in your, let's say, in your area or of activity. You have to have a recognition, so you have to be certified. And I'm trying to put the main points together, not to enter into details because otherwise I would be boring. But we are very happy,
if I can,
interested to reach out to us, and we will provide you with the full details of everything.
Yes, Madalena,
I would like. Sorry.
Yes, Madalena, I welcome you, and I'd like you to add in, where is the organization going to go in the next year or two, assuming everything gets back near normal?
Okay, well, I would like to ask, sorry, just about what Martina was saying, that for us, in terms of requirement to become an AIR member, is also that immigration and relocation really is the core business of the company. So we are not looking for professional doing household goods, quindi moving companies, or international tax lawyer or estate agents. There are in our field a lot of companies conducting other type of business and adding on top of that the relocation side as well. We try to get concentrated on those companies having destination and immigration service as their core and unique
yes, good point,
business.
Maddalena, because I didn't point out that the main business, the core business, should be, in order to be able to enter the association, immigration and relocation. Absolutely. Yes.
Only and not also, let's
exactly.
say. That's the point. And that's what we are at least trying to achieve. Where we want to be in a few years' time, for sure, we really want to be recognized and well identified as a group of specifically immigration and relocation experts. We want to be taken into considerations from authorities. We want also to become a point of reference for authorities when it comes to the immigration processes and procedures and timing for the highly skilled immigrants coming from non-EU countries, which is exactly our target. We want to have built a very strong network of reliable partners who are generally speaking involved in the global mobility related matters. So I'm talking about estate agents, tax consultants, insurance companies, moving companies, of course, utility providers. And for sure, last but not least, we want to be a valid source of relocation and immigration knowledge for our members, thanks to trainings and updates organized by top quality trainers. So that's where we hope to be in a few years' time.
Well, thank you for this deep dive. Giovanni Papperini, what say you about the future?
I hope a good future because only now we have this new vision from mobility, international mobility, and I hope after pandemia we have a very boom from this mobility, because for a moment it's stopped for this year, but many people like to go to travel, to go for leisure or for work abroad. It's not possible to stay in home and to resolve any problems only by email or by online computer. I hope we have a new boom from travel, from relocation, etc. This is my, I hope this, okay? But it's not easy to decide about, to know about the future, because it's, for a moment, it's very difficult to understand understand the situation in future. And we are good perspective for immigration, for example, because the British people now is not more European, but extra European country after Brexit, and we are a new market. It's very interesting relating the British people. And other question is not easy in this moment to decide, but it's very good, very well. I mean, very well born from the constitution, from the creation of association hire from a big company, from the most important relocation company in Italy, for a new perspective from to create a link between this company and to create a new
Model.
A new I don't remember the word now. To promote relocation in Italian company, in Italian society, because for the moment is their name relocation is not easy, not known for many people in Italy. The function of association is also to promote relocation activity in every part of Italy, and with the contact with authority, contact with media, contact with utilities company, is a new perspective, and I hope this is help every relocation company. Is not more individual, but in a new perspective from a new idea from relocation. Because, for example, in the United States, in United Kingdom, the activity from relocation is very new. There are many. It's not. It's very easy to come to a relation between relocation and activity relating to relocation. In Italy, the name relocation for the moment is not very known. It's only exotic name. I hope in future we are a new impression from society, from relocation activity, and this I think help every relocation company, qualified relocation company in Italy.
Grazie very much. Giovanni, please adjust your screen a little bit so we could see your full wonderful face. And let's move on. Dino, if you could please talk about AIR, where were you all prior to its formation, in terms of, when I say where were you, you already had your relations and you had probably talked about doing something like this. So what was the thing that pushed you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think we've always been put together by the Euro Association. That's where we kind of met each other in the industry, and I think we've always been flirting with each other around the years, but never got to the point of actually sitting down and getting together and actually performing and getting together with and building an association. So our Association of Italian Relocation, I think it started in those days, maybe 2-3 years ago, as a vision, and I think the first meeting we had was around June of 2019, obviously not knowing what was coming ahead of us with COVID. And I think due to COVID, we had a little bit more time instead of running around doing all sorts of other things. I think COVID, on the contrary of something terribly bad, gave us the opportunity to have time, get together, meet, and build the association. So that was kind of how it was started. I also want to add that technically we really want to be the quality assurance for the global mobility network, and giving our expertise on the field of relocation, immigration. We are the 5 major companies in Italy who actually do this with over a century and a half of experience. So apart from me, that I dye my hair, but there is a lot of experience behind the association. We have a fantastic website. If someone wants to inform or needs information, we have an email. It's info@AIRelo.it. There's phone numbers. We're just building everything up, so we're going to be pretty busy in the next months.
What is the email? What is the website address, Dino?
I think it's
AIRelo.it.
That's it. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, Madalena,
So
say one more time.
AIR. So, and then ELO, AIRelo, as you prefer to pronounce it. .it.
Great. Okay. So AIRelo.it.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right. Okay, everybody out there, go to it and check it out. So I volunteer to help promote your organization and yourselves by our distribution network, as I've mentioned earlier. And I will supply each of you the link to this program for your own sending around to your own contacts. And so there's a network, if you will. It all comes together. So the Madalena, let's talk about your business for just a second. You've been around a very long time doing this kind of thing, and you've seen the relocation industry change because the players, the people in the relocation industry have changed. There's a lot of, well, when I say a lot, there's a drive with technology to enter the industry. And I'm sure, Martina, you use technology in research and communications from your specific as an attorney. Madalena, you've been involved in this industry, as you mentioned, since the mid-90s. And I have been involved a long time, as you know. So, but where is technology going to go for you, Madalena?
Good question. I would say that we had to hardly face technology due to COVID over the last year. It doesn't mean that we didn't use or have any technology before, but for sure we were in a way forced to improve the use of technology due to the pandemic. In our case, what we realized was nevertheless that we increased the use of technology, especially for what immigration is concerned, but because authorities were, I would say, eventually forced to use technology themselves, even though with the poor results in some cases, because they were not prepared at all. To give you an example, we were already used to work from home. We are quality certified, so we were also for our recovery plan ready and already working regularly from home, the whole office, to get connected to the service and and to be operative in any case and from wherever. So in a way, these aspects which affected many companies in Italy, because we were not that used to technology in that sense, for example. And even in terms of relocation, we were used to quite a traditional relocation. To make a comparison, for example, to Sweden, that you hosted also Lena Rekdal in the past in your programs. And for example, she was explaining me that in Sweden, the type of expatriation they have is mainly made by IT people, many IT people and young people, where the use of technology is extremely spread out already. In our case, maybe because we are having, I don't know, maybe senior and more traditional expatriates, families, where also the way to deliver relocation services is not exactly the same. For example, she's used to have remote housing tours. This is absolutely normal. They visit the properties remotely, they sign contracts remotely, check-in inspections. In Italy, this was not going to happen at all. We started, because of the pandemic, to do something like that. Nevertheless, I don't know if because it's a type of expats we do have, they still prefer to be there in person. People do not feel really comfortable to choose a property where they're going to live for a few years, just via a video. And so technology became more important, but at the same time, we see that the trend, especially for traditional and very personal services, like, for example, destination services, still the traditional model is the one that clients do prefer.
So as a group, as an association, will you, each time you make contact with an RMC or a mover, remover, do you make it a point to talk about your association every day?
Well, that's going to be.
We will.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's going to be a start, because we are going to go out to the obviously to every other industry and explain who we are, what we are, and what we want to achieve. So we haven't got to that point yet. We just started up, so that's going to be on our list of things to do, to go out to the industries and say, we're here. If you need help, this is what we're here for, and this is where we want to go.
And now a word from our co-sponsors. You know, our programs wouldn't happen without the wonderful support of our advertisers. Here they are.
Something that's really neat is that the Bridge School partners with various organizations to provide learning for their students. For example, we partner with a major ballet company, and we are able to enroll several of their students into our school. So now not only is the student able to participate in a school and have a seamless transition while they're very active in their ballet career, but now they have other dancers that are with them that are doing some of the same courses. So it's almost becoming a camaraderie where they're taking similar courses, they're working together on their ballet, and really being able to form this great partnership with these organizations to provide a needed service. A lot of times there are student athletes who will spend hours and hours at the gym or at the basketball courts, wherever it is. And if they're attending a traditional school, they're in school from 8 to 3. They get a quick snack, and then they're at the gym for 3 to 4 hours in the evening. Coming to us and having that partnership, they're able to break that up throughout the day. They can have a morning practice, get some schooling in, have an afternoon practice, finish their schooling in the evening. So there's that flexibility. And additionally, if there are tournaments or performances, it's fantastic because if there's a week where they have shows straight through, they can take that week off of learning and then pick back up when they're done. So it offers this great flexibility. And for the program owners of these sports leagues, it is a win-win situation for them because they see this need. They see this need that their students need to make sure that they are obtaining the grades necessary to be successful adults in our country and in other countries. But it provides them an environment where they can be successful at both.
This episode from the meeting room of Global TV Talk Show is brought to you by
The Bridge School, the accredited international online private school of choice, at bridgek12.org.
Porch Light Rental and Destination Services. Reduce your renter lump sum or managed relocation costs. Visit them at porchlightrental.com.
CubeMonk, featuring the world's first smart cube. Track your goods with our advanced GPS system. Welcome to the future of moving and relocation at cubemonk.com.
Primestone Partners, featuring corporate, government, and developer housing solutions, as well as senior-level advisory services. Find them at primestonepartners.com.
And by airs.com. With our full range of services, we can help design and manage your international relocation. Find us at airs.com.
Insured Nomads provides protection and peace of mind, with health insurance, travel insurance, group, or tailored insurance for the globally mobile. Visit us at insurednomads.com.
And by International Auto Source. We are the vehicle experts for expats, featuring all major brands of automobiles with flexible solutions and financing. On the web at intlauto.com.
Hi, my name is Christine. I'm a nurse from the Philippines, and I got to know IAS through Worldwide Health Staff Solutions, and I want to thank IAS, especially to Matthew, for helping me get my car stress-free, headache-free. And so just want to show you the car that I got. So it's a RAV4 XLE 2020.
As an expat moving to the USA, relocating is exciting, but it can also be stressful. Getting a car, truck, or SUV for personal transportation is usually a high priority. That's where International Auto Source comes in. We make getting the vehicle you want for your work assignment or academic program easy, so you're ready to drive when you arrive. Our product specialists have helped over 50,000 expatriates with their personal transportation needs, making us the largest international auto retailer in the world. International Auto Source gives you flexible payment options to buy, lease, or rent a vehicle from the world's leading auto brands, arrange financing on a purchase or lease without a U.S. credit history, social security number, or driving record, get full insurance coverage, and get approved easily through our low-rate factory-backed financing programs. And because we're an authorized distributor of the world's leading automotive brands, our no-haggle prices are competitive, and the buying experience is hassle-free. We'll even guarantee your new vehicle will be ready the day you arrive. With over 20 years of experience in the global community, we are the vehicle experts for expats. We are International Auto Source.
So Giovanni, as we come to a close here, I just love the name of your business, Studio Papperini. It's so perfect picture
Yes.
of Italian. And what made you come up with that name? This is a long time ago. You and I have known each other by communications
Yes.
only, but we've never met personally until today.
No, the
So
name is,
studio
yes.
means artist and specialty, and that's what you like to be known as, correct? You're a
Yes.
specialty and an artist in the law.
Yes, is a characteristic from Italian. Studio is international, but it's Italian. Studio Papperini. Papperini is an Italian name. Is the mode for to export Italian, okay, Italian style.
Got it. Yeah, that's great. Dino, thanks so much. You
you.
were on our program a few months ago, and here we are doing this. So I really appreciate your confidence.
And thanks for the invites, and also to our association and to our associates here. If you have the chance to get on a show with Ed, it's a lot of fun as well. It's not just business. It's
the connections and the being human.
And
so come on again.
India Street down there, and India Street, there's a great Italian bar which I went to a few years back, and make a great cappuccino. So
yeah, which one? Do you remember the name?
He's from Pomigliano. I can't remember the name of the place. It's on
India.
Okay.
So
many.
Yeah, the street is Little Italy. So Joanne and I walked down there. It's about a half a mile from here. We're on State Street, right across from Seaport Village in San Diego. And Little Italy is just 10 blocks up. And with the COVID, you can't go inside the bars and restaurants, which is too bad. But many of them have set up outside within contained areas. And we were just there the other day, and we'll probably go tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's here in San Diego, the weather is spring-like. And there's a big storm developing in the North Pacific Ocean, which is about 2,000 miles from here. But the swells from the ocean storm are beginning to hit our beaches. And so everyone's excited about looking at the big waves today and tomorrow.
Wow.
So we're going to go out to the beach this afternoon and take a look at the waves. But
are shops and restaurants and bars, everything's open over there?
Some. It's the state of California is wielding its mighty sword and telling people not to go out. And of course, you can't do that in Southern California. You've got to go out. And so there's some conflict. So some of the bars and restaurants have set up extensive outside operations in their parking lot or on the street. And they call it takeout, which means you walk up to the door and you give your order and you pay, and you can't just drink, you have to buy some food. And then they bring it out in a bag, like you're going to McDonald's, and then you go sit down, and that's it.
How many degrees have you got at the moment?
Well, it's early morning here. It's about
on average, even later. I mean, around, I don't know, midday.
It'll be about 20, about 75, today. In about 4 or 5 hours from now, that'll be the height. And then at night, it will go to about 55, 60.
Oh, terribly cold.
I know. No, it's really moderate, and it's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is indeed.
Yeah. So I thank you so much. This has been great. Let's do it again in a month or so to give an update and what has developed in Italy since today.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Buonasera. Ciao, ciao.
Buonasera.
Grazie mille. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us in the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show.
Have a wonderful day, and stay safe.